I think he has universal appeal. And he's a cat. You know, he knows how to charm the media. So he basically has this way of posing for all of us. And I think he's also quite aware and quite media savvy when it comes to big moments. So the fact that he's always on TV and it's become this kind of iconic thing to see him in Downing Street. People associate him with Downing Street, and even kids who go to visit Downing Street, the first thing they do is they ask about Larry, not the Prime Minister. And that really shows you how popular he is compared to any Prime Minister who's going to be currently sitting or about to come in. I feel reassured when he's around, and I'm hoping that he will stay on and they don't retire him, because a lot of cats they've retired because for whatever reasons, either the incumbent Prime Minister or another cat that comes in hasn't got along with them. So I think that I hope Mr. Starmer understands, doesn't underestimate the popularity of Larry.
Mindless little screen, stealing my dreams, my feelings are being numb. It's not just me, but more so we.
Corruption.
On today's video, we're going to look at a lot of video clips with a little less commentary from me so that you can watch and make your own informed decision as to what you truly believe is going on behind the scenes of the Maui Lahaina fire. There's a lot of information to cover in a short amount of time. I want to share with you the videos I've come across that will never be shown on mainstream media, such as the videos we saw yesterday where only blue objects were spared from destruction from the fire. Before we start, please follow me on Twitter. As I've said before,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Corbett Report podcast. I'm your host, James Corbett of CorbettReport.com, coming to you in June of 2024 with previously on the Corbett Report. We all know the story of Bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, the story that was repeated ad nauseum in the days, weeks, and months after the catastrophic, catalyzing events of 9/11. But this is a lie.
Some say that Soviet forces now are in complete control of all major towns and highways.
We have to establish an Islamic State because Islam without political domination cannot survive.
The world was about to be thrust into a new age of terror. And the public face of that terror, a young Saudi millionaire who was still being touted as an anti-Soviet warrior,
Well, I've been a journalist for about 25 years, and I was educated to lie, to betray, and not to tell the truth to the public. But seeing right now, within the last months, how far how the German and American media tries to bring war to the people in Europe, to bring war to Russia. this is a point of no return, and I'm going to stand up and say it is not right what I have done in the past, to manipulate people, to make propaganda against Russia, and it is not right what my colleagues do and have done in the past, because they are bribed to betray the people, not only in Germany, all over Europe. The reason writing this book was that I am very fearful of a new war in Europe, and I don't like to have this situation again, because war is never coming from itself. There is always people behind it to push for war. And this is not only politicians, this is journalists too. And I just have written in the book how we have betrayed in the past our readers just to push for war, and because I don't want this anymore. I'm fed up with this propaganda. We live in a banana republic and not in a democratic country where we have press freedom, where we have human rights. If you see the German media, especially my colleagues who day by day write against the Russians, who are in transatlantic organizations and who are supported by the United States to do so, well, people like me, I became an honorary citizen of the state of Oklahoma in the United States. Just why? Just because I write pro-American. I wrote pro-American. I was supported by the Central Intelligence Agency, by the CIA. Why? Because I should be pro-American. I'm fed up with it. I don't want to do it anymore. And so I've just written a book not to earn money. No, it will cause a lot of trouble for me, just to give the people in this country, in Germany, in Europe, and all over the world, just to give them a glimpse of a view what goes up behind the closed doors.
A cat, you know, he knows how to charm the media. So he basically has this way of, posing for all of us. And I think he's also quite aware and quite media savvy when it comes to big moments. So the fact that he's always on TV and it's become this kind of iconic thing to see him in Downing Street. People associate him with Downing Street, and